Yo guys, what's up? Chris Douglas here with AOFN 124. And today I'm just going to break the ice on everything that I've been sitting back thinking, getting clarity on, breaking through of what exactly I'm building with AOFN. Most importantly, how the investment or what you're able to learn from my experience and what all I've went through and what questions I found for myself and how you can bring some light on your life, where you're going, are you off your path? Are you getting back on your path? Just a whole lot of clarity that I, found in my own journey, in my own self-discovery that is beneficial to you. And that is what I think the biggest, point I want to get across is this is not meant to monetize. This is not meant as anything for me just to be like, yeah, I'm going to make some money off of you. This is all my self-discovery because I can't say I really understood myself for the first 25 years of my life. And then I found Zodiac, then I found Life Path, then I found chakras, then I found destiny, I found numerology as a whole, I found astrology as a whole. I found this spiritual side I always knew exist, but I didn't really know how to apply it to, say, the monetary world, to the mainstream world. And it just all came together beautifully, and I had such a breakthrough that I want to share this with people because I know there's more people out there who need this clarity, who are seeking this understanding of themselves so that they can fit in, really find their niche in the world, and really serve their soul's purpose. As you can tell, my soul's purpose, I'm a spiritual warrior. I'm a starseed. I'm an indigo child. And, that has a huge part to do with me as a kid, being rebellious, not following directions, making my own path, knowing inner that I had this fight, but I could never describe it. Why are you not listening? Why are you doing this or that, Chris? Well, it all made sense as I figured out more of what an indigo child is, what a Pisces is, what a life path 11 is, what a 2-9-11 is, what chakras are out of alignment, what the astrological alignment was Mercury in retrograde, was Mercury not in retrograde. So this as a whole is what I want to create with AOFN 124, and also make it a spiritual resource or a spiritual awakening site for a lot of you spiritual warriors that are coming, into play, who are waking up, who are finding their soul's purpose, who are being awoken like me to my soul's purpose. If you have a yod, that shit just hits and you're like, shit, that's a lot. I thought I was a nurse. Now I'm doing this. So, this is the direction that I want to allow everything to develop openly on its own, but also directed towards this path, the trajectory of, creating a resource for somebody who is waking up and knows that they have a greater soul's purpose in what they're doing as here's what I did, here's the rabbit holes I went down, here's where I went wrong, here's where I definitely found some clarity, and here where I moved to, and then here's what it developed, and just you're this beautiful lotus flower that I just want to see blossom, but not have to go through the stress of all the winters and falls that my flower had to go through in order just to understand what my purpose was, what I was doing it for, why I thought I was doing it for somebody else when truly I did it for me, and then how everything just develops wholly together, and it's magical. And, for instance, here's definitely a first tip that I can throw you. If you've made it this far, you deserve this one. If you're ever going through a smog and need that clarity, need that moment of inspiration, or really need that breakthrough, number one, ask for it. Ask the universe to throw you signs of what that, clarifying moment is, or what it is you're seeking. What do I need to do next, universe? Just please send me a sign. And it's amazing. That sign comes in for me within 24 to 48 hours. And, being here recording, I asked for several signs and I got them redundantly, and I did not listen, but I still saw it. I recognized it. I sat with it. I realized I needed to make a move. Something I find extremely helpful is not the dog barking, but opalite crystals. Opalite crystals are really, really good for clarity, to the degree that I'm an intuitive, I'm a Pisces. I know that I live half my world in the dimension of not one of this earth, but it's so creative, it's so wonderful. But, sometimes we get lost in that. And even though my escape side, or my created reality, is not the reality that we're living in. So sometimes when I get away from all that, I get on opalite, and it really gives me clarity. And then all these magical things happen. For instance, yesterday I was like, this whole week, Libra season comes in every year, and I'm like, all these things start falling, everything starts, disappearing, or everything starts falling away, but you keep, kind of like a tree. Let's use this example. So a tree has its trunk and its branches, has all these leaves, but fall comes around, it loses everything. All of its manifestations are done, but what tends to, a little word there, what tends to stick is the foundation of the tree. The tree continues to grow. Even though it loses all of its leaves, it's still growing, it learned, it's starting a new cycle. Same thing with you as a person. And Libra season does this to me every year, though. Back to the point of, all of this stuff I did all year just starts to fall at once, and I feel like I have nothing left. I'm like, what's happening? I almost get fearful because I'm like, I had a lot going on for me during Leo season. What just happened in Virgo? Virgo always grounds me, and then Libra is always like, the heck am I doing for the rest of my year? So I put on Overlight, and I was just kept looking at it. So I put it on. As you can see, I got crystals going on back here, but put it on, and I had a wicked dream. Ralph Smart was in my dream, and I'm asking Ralph Smart what kind of camera he uses. And keep in mind, I never dream, or hardly ever dream, but when I dream, I really have these visions, or these my dreams make sense. They really point me where I need to go. Ralph Smart, I'm like, hey, what kind of camera do you use? I know he uses a red camera or an Ari, but he's like, oh, here's my videographer over here. And, it's a Texas. And I'm like, a Texas? Ironically, I know somebody from Texas who's a badass videographer. And I'm starting to get like the push of, everything that's developing on. Bring us back to where we're at. So this opalite crystal almost brought me these dreams. And it's today at 1:23 in numerology, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got a call about starting yoga teacher training. And, to add to, just to give you a picture, I openly was like, yes, I'd love to, but the flexibility might not be there. And I don't want to come off as, somebody who's not interested, like, this sounds really cool, this sounds like a great experience. Just know, I'm a videographer and I'm building my own business that is growing, but I also have this spiritual side that I absolutely love growing, and I would love to. She ended up saying yes. So I'm starting yoga teacher training on top of being a master healer I'm completing this year. I have a nursing degree, I have a biology degree. So now I had yoga teacher training on top of being an intuitive, a medium, a visionary, a creative. Like, my world is expanding as I'm getting chills. My world is expanding so much. But being able to tap into the spiritual side of life, and also, know how to channel, know how to be intuitive, know how to trust my gut, but also take these talents and skills, teach people like you who are watching this video, but then also teach you the most important factor a lot of intuitives and a lot of mediums can't do, is transfer this into the monetary world. Like, how can you make money off of this? How can you build value? How can you create more value to people who need your services, your problem solving, if that's what your intuition serves? How can you take all these skills and talents that are spiritual and essentially have value to you, but also create value for others, create more abundance, and then grow it? And that is essentially what this crystal endlessly does for me. So my homework to you, if you are watching this video and if you made it thus far, is wear an opalite crystal. Put it by your bed. Wear it throughout the day. Make sure it's cleared. But also feel into what it's clearing, how you feel before and how you feel after it. So another thing you can do is get a piece of paper. I'm a big paper guy, or a Buddha board. I love Buddha boards because they're instant and then they're gone. Really good for manifesting. But get a piece of paper and write down how you're feeling right now. And then even if you select an opalite crystal, I highly suggest an opalite crystal because it clears all your chakras and it helps rebalance and recenter you. It also helps you see like the fire and the water and the fire. It helps you see both sides of everything that's going on. It's really good for clarity, is what I'm getting at. But take the opalite stone, so write down how you feel before, all your feelings, your mood, rate it 1 to 10, your clarity, how everything's going in life, whether you feel lost, whether you found direction, and then get a crystal and wear it for a day. First off, make sure it's cleared. Wear it. Get a little wire necklace. Wear it for a day. And then the next day, place it by your bed when you sleep. Take it off at night. Next day, give it like 24, 48 hours, and write down again how you feel, what changed. And if you're into chakras, state how that chakra might feel. Like, this is a third eye crystal. My third eye feels so clear today as I'm creating this video. Stuff like that. Just really be aware of what is changing, what you feel changing, and also what you anticipate is coming. Because like today, I had a super huge breakthrough, and it felt like the last couple of days it's just like, okay, nothing's happening. I know I'm in a transition. I'm in between this gap, and I absolutely hate the gaps personally, but I'm learning to learn and teach others from these gaps that I hit, and how you can really grow where you're at, where you're going, what's all happening. And it's absolutely incredible as soon as you kind of understand it. So, that is my first kind of exercise in an explainer video. It's just like, get a crystal, try an opalite, find that clarity, clear all your chakras, write down the difference of how you feel, see where it takes you, and then expand on it. Also, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to be working on probably a ton of videos. I got to go through all these chakra videos. I'm going to make specific ones for each chakras. Working on yoga and nutrition consults from friends. Essential oil videos I'm filming, I think, tomorrow. So Aofin's going to be it's going to be like the encyclopedia of spiritual warriors, or it's going to be this spiritual resource that has essential oils, yoga, nutrition, chakra education, medium education, channeling education. It's just going to be like I said, the Wikipedia or the Amazon of spiritual warriors of starseeds, so that as soon as I can figure out how to target these people like me who are lost and weird and crazy their whole life, find that clarity, find that breakthrough that sets them on their path of success and really fulfills their soul's mission. And that's what I want it all to be. So let's start manifesting, guys. Thank you. Make sure you guys subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's going to be Chris Douglas, because I really am focused on bringing myself through Aofin, because what I feel like my trajectory is going is just incredible. So I'm guessing, going with my gut this whole way, see if it works. But also make sure you guys subscribe to our email list on Aofin124, because it is blowing up from the couple of days I've had it up. And I'm just excited to see where everything goes with this. So thank you guys so much. Happy manifesting. Happy Libra season. Let's balance all these obstacles into just a beautiful world of manifestations. Thank you again.